Welcome back to the Possibility Storm. I'm Ms. Lane, and this week we're doing something a little bit different. I wanted to showcase a casual game that was still high-powered and interactive to demonstrate that you don't have to play cEDH to do powerful things. Let's check out the lists. Up first this week is Lane on his Magda's D&D list, a combination of dwarves and dragons. This list focuses on using dwarves to make treasures and then tutoring with Magda to drop in big dragons and also artifact creatures onto the field. It's fairly combat damage oriented but can combo with Dockside Curio and Terror of the Peaks. Next up is Mac and Cheese on his Obuun's Big and Tall. This deck aims to build up Obuun with counters, make man lands, and use other tokens to go tall and wide, or it can win outright with a Tooth and Nail, grabbing Craterhoof and Elish Norn. Third is Cryptic. He is running the deck called Foraging for Trinkets, which is a Chatterfang list. His squirrels go wide and can be sacrificed using Chatterfang's ability to keep the table clear of threats. There's a sacrifice sub-theme as well, generally blowing shit up with squirrels. Finally, we have Talassus on his deck called Under the Sea. It is an Aurami list that focuses on self-mill through looting effects to eventually play Aurami, use the Encore ability to win in various ways and or just accrue value. It's a bit of a grindy list, a little on the slower side, but you'll see it can be pretty potent. With that said, let's get into it. Away we go. Any pre-games?
No pre-game effects.
No.
Okay, let's go. Draw this card. I will play the back half of Valakut Awakening, which is one of those ones that unfortunately enters tapped, but I will do that in pass turn.
Proper turn. Good time to have a tap land.
Yeah.
I'll play a Bountiful Promenade. I will tap for green, and I'll play an Elvish Mystic. And with that, I'll pass.
Speaking of turn 1 tap lands, I'll start with a Temple of Malady, score 1 and pass the turn.
Wouldn't be casual without tap lands.
Absolutely. Continue this train and play a Lonely Sunbar.
Alright.
Pass.
Tap, draw. Hey, that's a real land. Tap for 2 for a Rimrock Knight. It's just a 3/1. It cannot block. I will pass. Notably, it is a dwarf.
I will play I'm going to play a Flagstone of Tracair. And then I'm going to tap 2 white and a green for a Brima's King of Oreskos. And then I'll pass.
Draw for turn. Going to play Snow-Covered Forest. And then I'm going to play a Nature's Law. And I'm going to go and get an Overgrown Tomb, and I'll have it enter the battlefield, tap, and pass the turn.
Tap, draw. Let's play an island, and I cast a Eluta Ilkor. 1/1 with Shadow. Pass.
Draw for turn. Play a Survivor's Encampment. Then I will tap for 2 to cast Magda. Then I will move to combat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to come at you, Cryptic. For 3.
Yeah.
On the tap, I'll trigger Magda and get a treasure.
Yeah, of course.
And then I will ship the turn.
I'll untap. I'll draw. I'll play a Snow-Covered Island. Tap 1, 2, 3, and 4 for a Smothering Tide. After that, I'll proceed to combat. This has Vigilance, and when it attacks, it'll put a 1/1 white cat creature token with Vigilance onto the battlefield attacking. I'm going to swing both of these at Islene.
Targeted. How much?
Well, you got Magda. I'm hoping you'll block. So 4 total. It's a 3/4 and a 1/1.
Do I look stupid to you? Do I look stupid?
I mean, I can hope and pray.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
And then after that, I pass. Cryptic. When you draw, I create a treasure.
Yeah, you can have a treasure. I will cast Chatterfang and pass the turn.
Cool. Untap.
Are here.
Draw. I'm going to crack a Marsh Flats. Basic swamp. Play a risk. Go to combat. No, actually, I'm not going to attack, and I'm going to pass the turn. I'm going to go swamp.
Draw.
Smothering Tide.
I get to look before I pay. You get to look. Yeah, you can have it. I'm sorry, the scissors tapped. Yeah.
Dockside.
Yeah.
In response to the dockside, I will crack 3 treasures.
Thought you
Heuristic
might.
for Dockside.
No, go ahead.
I'm not going to draw a card.
So then I'm just going to get 2, I believe.
Yeah, 1 for me.
1 for me.
Okay. So I'm up to 3 treasures. That's fine. I still get where I want to be. I have no good attacks now, do I? 3/3. Yeah, I still have a decent attack there. I'll swing the Rimrock Knight at Cryptic.
No blocks.
Create another treasure, so I'm up to 4. I will tap this to tap Magda to make a red. Doesn't matter. Get the extra treasure. I'll let that mana float away and I'll pass turn.
Draw for turn. I will tap 4 for Obuun. Moldaya Ancestor.
Futuristic.
I cannot pay for Ristic.
I will draw a card and not pay.
After that, I will play an Arid Mesa as my land for turn. Obuun will get a counter. Pay 1 life, tap crack. I will find a plains or a mountain. I'll take a taiga. I will proceed to combat. Oh, well, Obuun will get another counter off of the second land entering the battlefield. After that, I'm going to proceed to combat, and I'm going to swing 3/4, 2 1/1s, because when he attacks, he'll create another 1/1 swinging and attacking. And then I'm also going to swing this 5/5 trample hasty land, all of that at his lane.
Okay, you realize you are going to pay for this, right? I'll block one of the 1/1s to kill it, so I'll take 9. You will pay soon, my friend. You will pay soon.
You're already scary with Magda and all them treasures.
I'm just feeding the machine. That's what it does. I didn't design the card. It just told me how to play it.
I'm going to cast Tireless Provisioner, not paying for Ristic Study.
I will not pay for the treasure.
Tireless Provisioner, whenever a land enters the battlefield, I can create a food or a treasure token. My land for turn will be a Gingerbread Cabin, which will come into play untapped because of my 3 forests, and make a food itself, and I'll choose to make a treasure with the Tireless Provisioner, and each of those will come with an additional squirrel token, thanks to Chatterfang. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to tap 2 squirrels to conspire a Gleeful Sabotage. Not paying for the Ristic Study, but they will be targeting the Ristic Study and the Smothering Tithe. It's destroy target artifact to enchantment.
So it destroys both?
Yeah, so because I've tapped 2 green creatures, I conspire it, which means I create a copy of it.
Alright.
Yep, I'm going to draw and you get a treasure off that. I don't know if that still triggers if the battlefield.
It will
Yes,
do.
it does. So Smothering Tithe is gone.
And Ristic's gone.
Excellent.
Hey.
Mac, do you have any forests? Is that tiger on the top?
1 forest, a taiga.
I will attack you with Chatterfang, who is a 3/3 forest walk.
Yep, and I take 3.
Draw for turn.
Yeah.
Let's play a tap. Cast. Burnley.
Sorry, what was the card called?
Tomb Bound Lich. When it enters or deals combat damage, draw a card, discard a card. So, ETB trigger draw, discard. Golgari Thug. I'm gonna go to combat. Cryptic. I'm gonna attack you with a Shadow 1/1.
Yep, can't block that.
Take 1.
Yep,
Damage trigger.
thanks.
I draw. Discard. Discard. Bait Stitcher. And I'll pass the turn.
On your end step, I would like to crack 5 treasures and tutor with Magda. I would like to put a Balefire Dragon on the battlefield. I told you you would pay.
Oh.
You did not listen. You did not heed the warning, so I will draw.
I won't swing at you if you deal with the squirrels first. I'll swing.
You can't. You're not in a position to make deals. You were the
Yeah,
aggressor. I'm gonna tap
before
for 2 for 7 dwarves. I suppose I will tap this to tap this guy to make a red. Create a treasure. And then I will tap this for colorless. And I will play a treasure map because your girl here likes her jewels. Move to combat. I'm gonna swing this dragon at mac and cheese. Don't really have any other good. Yeah. I'll throw this at Cryptic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Me and this Rimrock Knight are very well acquainted at this point.
All right, I will pass the turn from there.
I'll untap, sadly.
You can't not expect the crackback.
Yeah. Crack 4, and then 2 for a boon. After that, I will play a tapped Field of the Dead. Boon will get a counter. I will proceed to combat. I mean, surely you don't swing at me again if I swing at you. I feel like it'd be bad to swing at him and spread my attacks out. So I'm going to swing this 4/4 trample hasty land at Isling.
I feel like if you go like Art of War style, like when you've been bombed and depleted and you're dying from famine, just suffering, you probably shouldn't go after your oppressor. You should probably go after the guy who's picking your fruit. I don't know, because he's also poor. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you're swinging what at me now?
4.
4? Yeah, I'll just take 4. Fuck it.
Okay. I was gonna say, speaking of picking fruit, the squirrels are good at collecting nuts.
Yeah, I passed.
Okay, draw for turn. I'm gonna start with the Tireless Provisioner's best friend, the Academy Manufactor.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
I will then play a Snow-Covered Swamp trigger here, make 1 treasure, 1 food, and I'm going to get an additional treasure and an additional food from that. Cast a Crack Open, which is going to target the treasure map. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, create a treasure token. So that will make me yet another additional clue, additional treasure, additional food, and 3 more lovely squirrels. We'll then sack 2 of the treasures for green and play Sylvan Anthem. I'm going to move to combat. Yep, I'll attack Islane with 4/4 Chatterfang.
We'll block the dock.
Sure. And then I'll pass the turn.
Cool, untap. Sure. Let's crack a delta. I'm going to foretell this card. I'll get the token. And then I'm just going to pass the turn.
Isling, I'm not sure if you're talking, but we can't hear you.
Yep, muted. So I played a Valakut, tapped this to tap her to make a red, got a treasure, tapped this, played the 7 dwarves. They're now both getting +1/+1, so they're 3/3s. Yeah, okay, move to combat. So this guy's got summoning sickness. These 2, I just need the treasure. So I'm going to continue declaring attacks. I'm going to send these 2 at Tal. I'm going to send the dragon at Cryptic. When these 2 tap, I get 5. But in response, I guess before blockers are declared, I'd like to sack these 5 and tutor with Magda.
I will respond to that ability.
Sure.
I will pay 1 black with this treasure and sacrifice 6 squirrels to give the Balefire Dragon +6, -6.
Okay, he dies. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do Meteor Golem. Yeah, hit the artifact creature. Let's throw down another 7 dwarves. So now they're 4/4s. And then I'll pass.
I'll untap, draw.
Yeah, Meteor Golem is not something you see every day, but...
Oh, I never play that card. It's so overcosted, but like when you can tutor it out and it's an answer to anything, it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Bolliged Recovery. I'm going to take Brima's King of Oreskos. Then I will play a land for turn. Boone will get a counter. Tap 3 for Brima's King of Oreskos. After that, I can proceed to combat. I guess I'll just swing 5/5 Commander at Cryptic.
Yep, no blocks.
And then I pass.
Draw Snow-Covered Forest trigger. I'll make a treasure and another squirrel. I'll scry 1 from Sylvan Anthem. I'll put that to the bottom. I'll pay 7 for a Garruk Apex Predator. Comes in with 5 loyalty.
I don't recall all of the things he does, but
no, I'll read them. I'll read them out. So the first +1 is destroy another target planeswalker. That's not happening right now. The second +1, which I will be activating, is I will create a 3/3 Death Touch Beast, and that comes with its additional squirrel. The -3 is destroy target creature. You gain life equal to its toughness, and its -8 is you target opponent gets an emblem with whenever a creature attacks you, it gets +5/+5 and trample until the end of turn.
gross.
So I've got another squirrel enter, so I'll scry again from Sylvan Anthem. And I will bottom that one as well. I will move to combat and attack Mac with a 4/4 Forest Walk and pass the turn.
Then, projecting I cast Forbidden Alchemy. Look at the top 4, put 1 in the bin. Let's put 1 into your hand, put the rest in the bin. To my hand, and let's put 3 lands in the bin. Untap. I'm going to dredge 4, Oracle, Purple Passage, Dial of the Infinite, and Discontinuity. I'm going to go to combat. Mac, I'm going to send a 1/1 shadow creature at you. Draw, discard. Discard this Gargoyles Thug. Let's cast and evoke a Muldrifter. Draw 2. Play a tap land for turn. We'll then play a Maya Triton. 2-1 with Death Touch, ETB, mill 2. Remora and Protein Dream Zerua. Getting 2 life. Pass to you.
At the end of Tal's turn, I'm going to sack a squirrel to give Magda +1/-1.
How dare you? Alright, so I've untapped, I've drawn for turn. So I will just tap 2 and crack the Myriad. Go get a couple mountains. I'm going to swing 6 at Cryptic.
I will block the golem with the beast, and I'll take 3.
Yeah, I will pass.
Tap, draw for turn. I will tap 3 for Reminap Excavator. Play this Arid Mesa as my land for turn. Boone will get a counter. Because of that, Field of the Dead is online. I'll also get a 2/2 zombie token. Tap, crack, Arid Mesa, search for a plains or a mountain. Boone will get another counter. I will get a second 2/2 zombie creature token. I'll take a Temple Garden. I will not shock it in. Honestly, there's one thing that worries me about Tal is y'all keep removing my stuff. Y'all keep going at each other's head. And Tal's just back there just quietly.
I'm just chilling here.
Assembling some stuff to maybe do something with. I'll swing this Vigilance Brimas and it'll create a 1/1. I'm swinging that at Cryptic, and then I'm gonna swing this 7/7 Trample Hasty Land at Tal.
Block the cat token, which is a 1/1 with a 2/2 squirrel.
I will block your land with a 1/3 Death Touch lifelink.
Okay. The Flagstones of Tricaire will get blocked. It has trample.
Yeah, that's
total
good.
power of it was 7/7. It'll die because of the Death Touch, but when Flagstones of Tricaire is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, I may search my library for a plains card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle my library.
Yep.
That will give Obuun another counter, and then I will make another zombie, and I will search out a plains, and then I will pass turn.
I'm going to crack this clue to draw a card. I will play an Auron Reef the Vastwood, making a treasure from the Tireless Provisioner and a squirrel because of Chatterfang. I'll scry 1. I'll leave that on top, mainly because I'm also going to cast a Farseek and going to get a Woodland Chasm, and when that enters I'll make another treasure, another squirrel, and then I'll have a scry. Tick up on Garruk, making another beast and another squirrel, and scrying 1 from Sylvan Anthem. Move to combat and attack Islane again for 4 with Chatterfang because he controls a forest. Not Islane, sorry, Mac. And then I will.
That's the third time you've hit me with Chatterfang.
Yeah, once for 3 and twice for 4, so I think you're at 11.
That draw. That's Aurami.
Now we're in trouble. That graveyard's huge. Draw. Recast Magda. Tap 1 for an Impulsive Pilferer. That's not a dwarf. I will tap this to tap Magda to make a treasure. Combat. We'll send the Rimrock at Cryptic, and then I'm going to send the 3 7 dwarves at Tal. They're all 4/4s.
Hello, Rimrock. You're in my forest again. No blocks.
So I'll go up to 5 treasures. And damage happened. I will pass turn. I have nothing else.
I'll untap, draw for turn for Titania, Protector of Argoth. After that, I'll play land for turn, which will be an Arid Mesa from my graveyard thanks to Raminek Excavator. Boone will get a counter. I'll make a zombie. I'll pay 1 life, tap and crack. Boone will get another counter. I'll make another zombie. Taking a mountain or plains. Take the Savannah. Because I cracked that fetch land, I will also make a 5/3 off of Titania. I will proceed to combat. Well, first off, this will turn into a 10/10 Trample Hasty Land. I'm going to swing a Boon at Islane. I'm going to swing this 10/10 Trample Hasty Land at Cryptic, and then I'm going to swing these 3 zombies at Tal.
I will put the beast in front of the land. It's a 3/3 Death Touch beast.
Okay, the land has trample.
Yep. So we'll trample over for 7 at the moment, is my understanding. Cat token, which is a 1/1, which I'll block with a 2/2 squirrel. And then I'll use 2 squirrels to block the Brimaz.
It's in Mac, so I'm taking 6.
And then it was just your 7/7? Or whatever he is?
You have a 10/10 of Boon coming at you.
No trample or anything?
No. No trample.
I'll block with the pilferer. It dies, I'll get a treasure.
My land, my Brimaz, and this token will die.
Yep, and I'll go to 9.
Then after that, I pass turn.
Pay a black, sacrifice 3 squirrels to give Titania +3, -3.
Tania will die.
And then I'll untap, draw. I'll start by ticking Garruk down to 4 and destroying Obuun and gaining life equal to his toughness. So I gain 10. I'll then play a command tower and I'll choose to make a food that makes a squirrel. And I'll scry 1 with Sylvan Anthem. I'll then tap the Aurami, the Vastwood, to give all green creatures that enter the battlefield this turn a +1/+1 counter. And then I will pass the turn.
The end of your turn. Cycle. Looted more. Untap. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to swing a looter or core at Islane. Draw discard. Discarding Gary. Get a second main. So these to cast Gary with Encore. The version is 8.
So this will be for 24.
Mm-hmm.
I have no responses.
Okay, I'll sacrifice 4 foods and gain 12.
Well,
treasure.
yeah, you definitely called it, Mac. He sat there long enough to get to a point where we're just fucked.
Alright, so Islane and I are eliminated.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set the squirrel to get rid of the Mire Triton. Draw for turn. Move to combat. Attack for 11 talent. I'm going to tick up here, get a squirrel and this beast. I'm going to scry 1, and then I'm going to tap 6 for a Garruk Cursed Huntsman. Comes with 5. I'll create 2 wolf tokens. They are the black and the green ones. So I'll be making 2 squirrels. And for now, these are the 2/2 wolves that when they die, I put a loyalty counter on each Garruk I control. I will then also tap the Aurami, the Vastwood, to give a +1/+1 counter to all the green creatures that enter the battlefield. I won't do it for one of them. I won't care because I'm also going to activate Chatterfang to give the looter Ilkor +1/-1. I'll pass the turn.
Or untap. Draw. Encore gets considerably worse when there's only one opponent. Start by floating Dreams Abora by exiling this. Go to combat.
Yep.
Pay for 1 critic.
I will block it with a 3/3 squirrel.
It's fine. This dies on a draw card. Well, I'm going to move to discard. Discarding a Court of Cunning and a Vindictive Lich. That's it.
Draw. I will play Ravenous Squirrel. I will sacrifice one of the wolf tokens. Doing so, put a counter on each of my Garruks.
Yeah.
Draw card and gain 1 life. Do it again. Go to 9, draw a card, get a loyalty counter on each of these.
What do you need to ult each of them?
6 this one, which gives my creatures +3/+3 and trample, and 8 on this one. I'll 0 to make 2 beasts, 2 wolves, and 2 more squirrels. I'll then sacrifice another beast, go to 10, draw a card, put a counter on each of these. I will then -8 this Garruk. You get an emblem where whenever a creature attacks you, it gets +5/+5 and trample. So I'll move to combat. 48 total, I believe.
No box, of course, but before damage, I'm going to cast Price of Fame, targeting Chatterfang. Both for the encounter spell, Talisman. And damage is 40, is that right?
39. I'll then play my land for turn, which will be a Bajuka Bog. I'll target you in your graveyard.
Ouch.
In doing so, I'll make a treasure and another squirrel, and then I'll pass the turn.
End of turn, I'm going to Thirst for Knowledge, draw 3, discard 2. Let's get rid of Dread Return and Strain Koku. Untap, draw. So land for turn. Let's pass to you.
Draw for turn. I will -6 Garruk and get myself an emblem. Creatures I control have +3/+3 and trample permanently. I'm going to go to attack, and then when they declare attacks, we'll add 30 to that, so that's 64 with trample.
Overload a Rift.
I'll sacrifice one of these squirrels just to draw a card and gain a life. Yes, then that happens. I also sack these 3 treasures for green, green, black. Using green, green, black, we'll cast Chatterfang. We'll cast Soul Ring. We use the Soul Ring. Cast a Tireless Provisioner. We'll play Balaged Sanctuary is a land turn, making the treasure. I'll sack the treasure for 5 to play a Deep Forest Hermit. Enters the battlefield, it makes 4 squirrels.
Yeah, fair enough. In response, let's cast Reflection targeting Talus.
Then we'll pass.
Good draw. All the cards in my hand. I can't really do anything. But I haven't got a graveyard. Yeah, you got it. Let's scoot there.
Okay.
Squirrels reign supreme.
When you give squirrels +8/+8, they do a lot of damage.
That is for sure.
Wow, that was quite a game. There were multiple swings in who was in control, who was in pole position. It was a fairly balanced game. It was nice to see that everyone could pull something off. Definitely wasn't expecting to see that huge swing with Gary to kill 2 of us, but congrats to Cryptic for his win. I also wanted to mention that he was a very special guest. He is the moderator for the Fringe EDH subreddit, which is kind of snuggled nicely between EDH and cEDH. It's kind of a unexplored space that some people have been trying to explore further, myself included. We do intend to do some more fringe level / high power lists in the future so that we can kind of showcase that. But thanks to him for having us. Thanks to him for getting that whole subreddit started. It's really cool. You should go check it out. It's r/fringe EDH. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.